Hey trainers, welcome to this tip. In this tip, we're going to focus on the squat in the lateral position. So you've just come out of doing some bilateral squats, maybe some alternating squats or some of the plyo squats, because this is in our boomers workout too. Next, you're going to have your client move to the lateral position. So you'll notice right there, Nicole rolled onto her side. In order to get more range of motion, she's going to scoot her body to the back of the glide board as far back as she can, outstretch that arm, and then lie her head down so she doesn't put any stress on her neck. Really important when you're working with the older adult that you focus on that neck alignment throughout the entire spine. Next, we're going to look at this leg. We want to work the higher leg, the top leg, because it's going to be easier to get a nice alignment than the lower leg. We want to have that leg be straight from the hip, the knee, and the ankle. So it's probably going to move down a little lower in the squat stand. So you'll notice that Nicole got her bottom leg out of the way, and now she can move into her squat, and I can check her body position, and I say, okay, two things needed to happen there. One, can you scoot back anymore? Okay, good. So now by having her scoot back, her knee doesn't even approach the toes. So again, because I'm dealing with the older adult, I want to keep minimum stress on that knee, and this will be a great body position. The other option we had was to move the foot forward a little tiny bit more. So she anchors down with her bottom foot, moves her top foot, and then comes forward. So this is beautiful, as Nicole's doing right here. She's still very aware of her upper body alignment as she goes to this lateral squat. The next thing that's really important is just watching some of the common errors in alignment. So what I want you to do, Nicole, is just move into some of the positions that people do when they're doing this incorrectly. Notice how she shifted her hips back. If I'm looking at her from the top here, what I'm seeing is that her hips behind her shoulders. The next thing that I see quite often is this knee fanning up. So as she squats down, you'll see her knee is no longer in alignment with her foot, or she turns her leg out. So those are some things to keep your eyes on, always scanning from the top to the bottom. Next thing I want to show you is moving over to the Total Gym XLS. So a lot of the people you'll be working with at home have this model, and when you're working on this model at home, do the squats from this position. Especially if we're dealing with any kind of knee problems, you'll see that the knees come up pretty far over the toe. Now it's just a partial weight bearing squat, so it's probably fine, but if they're complaining that this doesn't feel good to the knees, definitely recommend that you go to that lateral squat position. So let's come into the lateral squat position, and now she can scoot back. By her scooting back, anchoring with her bottom foot, she can hit a really nice angle. So when I look at this angle, she'll go ahead and squat down, and now even there I'm noticing her knees coming just about to the ball of her foot. So if I need more range of motion, I might have her move her foot out just a little tiny bit more. Let's get it just so the ball of the foot's on, scooting all the way to the back of the glide board, keeping the glide board on those rails as she comes down and up. And this might feel better to anybody that you're working with a slight knee issue. Remember, because it's a one-legged squat, you're going to need to lower the incline to make sure that it's not too intense for them. See how the knee responds and go from there. So thanks for joining us for this tip on side lying lateral squats.